if 50 has a problem with somebody,
he's right.
I'm starting to be like, yeah, we might need to look into
Think how scared.
If 50 got a problem with somebody, we might need to look into, because he don't just have random beef for nothing.
Welcome back to Bougie Bible Loves. After Cassie's 35-page jaw-dropping lawsuit against Diddy, everyone has been questioning some of Diddy's actions in the music industry. In today's video, I'll be delving into some of Diddy's major conflicts. What beef did he really have with 50 Cent? Why did he try to get Wendy Williams fired? And was Diddy allegedly the one who put out a hit on Pac or Big? Let's get into it. Kicking off today's list is Diddy's beef with former hip-hop mogul and co-founder of Death Row Records, Suge Knight. It all started back when Suge publicly called out Diddy during the 1995 Source Awards. So what did Suge say?
Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All you search know what's up with 213.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Death Row family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
But things with Diddy and Suge goes much deeper than just industry feuds.
For those of you that follow my page, you guys know that I've done, a few videos about Tupac Shakur, Suge Knight, and the whole East Coast, West Coast beef with, Sean P. Diddy Combs and Bad Boy and Death Row. But what you guys probably don't know is the backstory to why this beef started in the first place. Check this out. Sean P. Diddy Combs, his baby mama is a girl named Misa Hilton. That's the girl who had his first child. Rumors that, she and Puffy were together. They were in love. They had a, amazing relationship for many years. She was a fashion stylist to a lot of the artists, on the Bad Boy label. Anyway, at some point in time, they began to have issues. And Misa ventured out to the West Coast and landed in the lap of none other than Suge Knight. Misa then starts hanging out with Suge. Her and Suge are dating, hanging out, fandangling. And, and Puffy and Suge, were like, they weren't rivals at the time, but they were the two biggest labels in the world. Suge being from a more gangster street perspective and Puffy being from the entertainment perspective. Nonetheless, Bad Boy and Death Row were the biggest labels in the 90s. Misa leaves Puffy alone, starts messing with Suge. Suge starts parading her around. Now, Misa's best friend at the time was Mary J. Blige. So now Misa and Mary J. Blige are fandangling in the West Coast with Suge and Pac. Wars. It's biblical. Wars have been started over beef with women, right? It's biblical. Not saying the women started it, but men will kill and destroy over a woman that they love. That's a fact. That's where the beef started. Suge and Pac started hanging out with Misa and Mary. In fact, Suge started managing Mary J. Blige and taking over her financial affairs. Mary J. Blige and Jodeci, both of whom were under the tutelage of Sean P. Diddy Combs. So there you have it. The spark that started the beef, that ended two lives of the two most iconic rappers in the world, all behind women and their lack of control of their emotions when it comes to women. The East Coast, West Coast beef was started because Suge Knight started dating Misa Hilton, the baby mama of Sean P. Diddy Combs, and managing Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, both of whom were under the tutelage of Sean P. Diddy Combs. There you have it. There's the backstory to why the beef started and why Tupac and Notorious Big ultimately lost their lives.
Next is Diddy's beef with TV host Wendy Williams. Diddy's feud with Wendy started in 1998, when Wendy was working as a radio host. While on air, Wendy alleged that Diddy might be gay. Diddy worked his magic and got Wendy fired from the station.
For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull them down, some girls was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was something like that. And she was going to put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
Well, I think that we were in California at the time. And Puff was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stones or what's the other magazine? Rolling Stones, it begins with a B. Billboard. Right. Thank you. He was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stone or Billboard when he had the white suit on. I was the one who put him in the damn pool. What happened was that Wendy had somehow shown people that email. You hear me? She's shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her, you understand, before he got back in New York, that they was not going to get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. It was over for her. She was fired.
As we all know, 50 Cent loves to troll Diddy for his weird behavior over the years.
Yo, it's like, yo, so yo, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga, we gotta kick it.
This is Puff. Okay.
You're telling me we gotta kick it and shit, and he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him, because I was like, this nigga, fucking, wait, this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's a little fruit, Puppy's a fruit pile. It's a fruit pile, trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, you should sit out there for no reason. Yo, you don't see accident pictures of me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, look. Later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
Let's move on to Aubrey O'Day, who is mostly known as a member of Danity Kane, a girl group that was signed to Diddy's label from 2005 to 2009 before the group disbanded. Aubrey O'Day has spoken about Diddy many times, claiming he was sexist, racist, and very difficult to work with.
Hey y'all, I know y'all remember Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane. Aubrey did an interview and she put it out there what really went down. Not amongst the girls, but what was expected of her in order to get the rights back to her music. These girls basically got robbed. Even Freddie P from Making the Band said that Diddy made $44 million off of them. He gave them less than $400,000 to split amongst the 6 of them.
So basically, we only get the amounts due since Sony bought our catalog.
Okay.
So streaming, for the past couple years, it's about $800, $900, some in the hundreds, okay? And in order to get that, I have to release him for any claims or wrongdoings or actions prior to the date of the release. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public. Diddy is just literally known as the guy that doesn't pay his artists. And it's funny, and then you move on and you like something that he did on TikTok because he's funny. But for people that worked for 6 years of their life and entered an industry where somebody made, what, $48 million? And we didn't even see a penny of that, and we were in thongs and 5-inch heels for years of our lives on stage. And not not any of it did we see. This is the honest to God. You can read from our attorney. Yeah. This is the honest to God agreement of what I'm being offered. A few $100s to sign away my rights to ever tell the story of what I went through again. I offered girls, I called all of them. I offered some of the girls, hey, if you need $800-900, I'll give it to you. Don't sign this. This is just a way to get you to never be able to publicly speak about what we have experienced. And to my knowledge, allegedly, there's only 2 of us from Danity Kane that did not sign this deal.
Let's get into one of the deepest and darkest conspiracy theories about Diddy. It has been alleged for many years that Diddy was involved in the unaliving of Tupac, allegedly offering a bounty and providing the weapon used in the unaliving.
He been showing Tupac love on social media, man. Have you seen it? What you think about it?
Phony and bologna on a pickle sandwich. You want me to say it again? Huh? It's phonier than bologna on a pickle sandwich. Yes, he did idolize Tupac. We all knew that. We knew that about some of the speeches he said. He said the same that came out of Pac's mouth. But he didn't like him. If you ain't like that in his life, how you gonna love him in his death? Oh, you glad to see dead now. All right, okay. But he made it his business to sleep with every chick that Pac was sleeping with. Pac was the first one that came out with that yellow and black Versace shirt. What Puff go do? I want that same shirt right there.
So you feel like Puffy getting with some of the same females that Tupac got with, like Sally Richardson and Sarah Chapman. You think he only got with them because Tupac had them. That's the only reason why he got with them.
It probably was inspired because they was fine, but it put a plus on it because Pac had them.
Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Albie Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you.
Now let's look at the conspiracies related to Diddy and Biggie's unaliving.
You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk. He couldn't run. They was pushing him around in a wheelchair, brother. Why the hell would you rent studio time in L.A. for him to finish your album when in fact you got your own studio Daddy's house? Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop this man. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. You understand what I'm saying? Puff ain't want none of that beef. So what I'm going to do is, y'all want the sheep? I'm going to put them out the pasture. Catch them if you can. If you the wolf, if you got that wolf in you, catch them if you can. Why in the hell you would put your man in a situation by sending him to Cali to work on your album when you know not his Nimitz, but your Nimitz was just murdered by niggas that you was running with? Why would you do that?
Now let's look at some of the craziest things Diddy has allegedly done in his career. Before we do that, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Bougie Bible. Thank you for watching.
I don't trust no nigga that everybody in his crew is either dead, broke, in jail, or just silent. So let's run down what they said Diddy did to some people in the industry. Stuff that we probably don't even know about, but this is what they said. So I didn't know about this one, but they said that he dislocated Drake's shoulder allegedly over the 0 to 100 beat. You know, 0 to 100 nigga real quick. Real quick. Real fucking quick. You know that song. Then they said he slapped J. Cole for taking up for Kendrick Lamar. I had to do some research about that, because why would you slap him because he took up for Kendrick Lamar? What did he take up for him about? His hiatus? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. They said he blew up Kid Cudi car because he was dating Cassie. Yes, I heard that one. Then they said allegedly he got Kanye's house broken into because he thought Kanye's house was Kid Cudi. He thought Cassie was messing with Kanye whole time. Cassie was messing with Kid Cudi. Ooh, it's too much. It's too much. Then they said, well, he tried to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar because of his control verse, saying he was the king of New York. Diddy, you've never been the king of New York. Like, rap-wise, never. Like, Biggie was the king at a point in time, but you was never the king of New York. Like, you might have ran shit behind the scenes. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. Then I seen the interview, hood nigga, you know, let me tell you something. Let me say something. Hood niggas be lying, but this hood nigga, you could tell he was telling the truth about the situation because of how he was telling the story. He was like, yo, this was crazy. And this is at the point in time, this was, let me start off. So, some nigga that hang out with Shy Glizzy, if y'all know what Shy Glizzy, he a rapper from DC, so that's how the rapper know Wale. The nigga that was hanging out with Shy Glizzy was telling the story about how they was in the stew, and Shy Glizzy was doing a song with Wale. Or no, Wale was doing a song with Cassie, and I think Shy Glizzy was just in the studio because he cool with Wale and whatever. Okay. So apparently, I guess Diddy didn't know that Cassie was doing the song with Wale. Diddy run up in the studio and has freaking Wale hanging over the balcony by his sneaks. And the boy like, I knew it was Wale because I knew the sneakers he had on. And Wale do got a crazy sneaker game. So it was probably like some distinct sneakers. So with all this being said, I personally believe everything Cassie said. I really wish she didn't settle how she did. I really think she should have took it like a little bit farther, because like this is a man that we need to unravel. And I really feel like this is why Carisha really get along with this nigga, because he's like the boogeyman of the industry. And I think she liked that type of shit. Like, oh, my nigga's a hood nigga, but he not really a hood nigga, but he really out here like he'll really get like that. But I don't think that's cute. You know, Carisha, I don't really think that's cute. Because he's a weirdo. Like, there's nothing about this that gives hood nigga. It's all weird energy. Like, you're mad over beats. You're mad because people taking up for other people. You're mad because your girl is doing a song with people that don't even want to sleep with her or want nothing to do with her. They just want a song by her because she actually had a decent voice. But her career never went anywhere because I'm pretty sure him. And the fact that she signed a 10-album deal to this man, she's a damn fool for that. Okay, now we could say he probably manipulated her and all that good stuff. But 10 albums? Girl, you was going to be working for 20 years for that man. 10 albums? Most people don't ever drop 10 albums. Like, what? But I'm about to say the boogeyman. Lord, I can't even say but Diddy. The boogeyman. He is.